But everything about riding the bus was humiliating for Black passengers. All riders entered through the front.
It just shows that someone's gonna do something and it's gonna have a big impact on the book moving forward.
I think it's one of the most important design elements. At Success Academy, every child reads in school. And some people might say, well, couldn't they just read at home? Well, they also read at home. But we think reading is so valuable and such a good use of the kids' time that we read in school every single day.
Throughout the school, we have multiple opportunities to read. About an hour every day we're spent reading. We choose what books we want to read. There's a book library at the back of every room.
We read great books that the children choose based on their interests. In the beginning of school, it's a little shorter. The kindergartners are reading for 10 minutes and they kind of work their way up to 30 minutes a day. In middle school, it's about 45 minutes a day.
Building stamina for reading and building a love for reading do kind of go hand in hand. We have small groups where they can talk a little bit more in depth about the reading.
You get to go into detail, talk about the common themes you see in the book, and all of that really just adds on to your understanding of the book.
Medusa is somebody who could turn people to stone, right? What kind of parallels do we see in the text right now as you're reading to those ideas that we talked about? That's really their time to just kind of explore reading where they are most comfortable. But also still working in things like literary devices and the reasons why authors foreshadow.
That can be towards the end of the book where he figures out all about his mother and his...
We do have our regular ELA classes where we're talking about whole class novels.
You read a couple of examples and we're going to revisit those examples a little bit later in the class. But all of the above.
We're reading Claudette Colvin, Twice Towards Justice, and it is a nonfiction text.
We're going to try to see where we see this language come up again in the text.
In class, we really like to dive deeper into the language and what do these words make us think? What does this quote make us think?
What is Claudette trying to tell us about riding the bus in Montgomery, Alabama at that time?
The guiding question for today was, why does riding the bus in Montgomery, Alabama at this time feel like a sore tooth that never quits aching?
It hurts a lot and it's just very irritating. It's a very interesting book because it talks about segregation, but it's a very heavy topic. A lot of people, they went through a lot. It really helps me understand I should be grateful for the people who fought towards justice. I love reading because it really helps me understand life more.
One really good thing about this book, and
I think that really gives them the opportunity to really be more exposed to what is going on in the world through literacy.
We find it incredibly productive when the children read in school. We have been very, very successful because all of our kids learn to read.
The people of color in Montgomery, they were always prevented from making a difference. But I feel now they're trying to stand up and go against that and actually make a difference with all these incidents.